I have a new release to showcase today. This brand comes from Seoul, South Korea. It is called valerarch, and the model is named the Serenity. Now, this anthracite dialed Serenity is the inaugural model or the first model from valerarch, and they're starting off strong. No aspect of this piece seems like it was settled on or skimped on, and I appreciate that as a watch fan. This is a 39mm case with sharp finish work. The top of the bezel, the top of the case is brushed, while the side of the bezel and the sides of this case is mirror polished. I really like how the case comes to a point. It actually comes to a point on both sides, but it's really only noticeable on the 9 o'clock side, as the 3 o'clock side has obviously a crown and crown guards. But the best part about the case is how these lugs arc down. This is very dramatic. In fact, if you were to take this bracelet off and then set the watch head down on a flat surface, it would only touch at the lug points. So this will make for a very natural fit on the wrist. The watch will sit low and comfortable and will easily slide under a shirt cuff. I measured the overall height at 9.2 millimeters, which is really nice. Rounding out the other dimensions, 50 millimeters lug tip to lug tip and 19 millimeters in overall lug width. 50 meters is the water resistance value. Now, turning the case over, you will see a display case back here, a sapphire crystal, behind which a highly modified top-grade Solita is visible. valerarch calls this the 3301 caliber. And fortunately, they are transparent about the movement base and what is modified. It's not an in-house movement. The base movement is the thin SW300-1B, and this is Solita's version of the venerable 2892A2 from ETA. There will be no date complication, and the power reserve value has been increased to 56 hours. This 3301 has a higher level of finish work and will be completely covered in a 4N rose gold deposition. This has Cote de Genève on the bridges, snailing on the undercuts, and heat blued screws, which is really nice, especially with this 4N rose gold coating. Now, there is also anglage on the bridges, a skeletonized winding rotor, and a skeletonized mainspring barrel. This movement is regulated in 5 different positions and will be a large reason why this watch will retail for $3,300. Now, another reason is this intricate bracelet. The Serenity bracelet is an original design with short, rounded links that are connected by 2 rounded interlinks. Each link is vertically brushed with polished, chamfered edges, and this will take a good amount of time to properly execute, and I think it looks really nice with a wrist roll. The bracelet tapers by 3.5 millimeters down to this sequential butterfly style deployant, and here you will see the brand logo visible while the clasp is closed, and then purling when you open the deployant and take a look at the milled center portion. Yes, the bracelet has screw pin connectors, and there will be no micro adjustment system, which is a little bit disappointing. The watch is offered on both leather and fitted FKM rubber, and here it is on the black rubber strap. It's of good quality, it's nice and long too, which I appreciate, though for my own preferences, I think this bracelet is the way to go. It brings a great level of visual presence to the piece. Now let's take a closer look at the dial. This is a deep rhodium colored dial with a sunray finish. There are polished applied pencil style markers as well as an applied logo. There is also a printed rectangular shaped 24-hour scale, and all text outside of the Swiss made designation is going to be found within this visible rectangular space. The handset makes use of simple forms. The hour hand will have a circular loom tip. The minute hand has a triangular loom tip, and the seconds hand carries a square form as the counterbalance weight. I like this simplicity, though I will say there isn't a lot of loom on the hands, so in low light conditions, it's a little difficult to read. It takes some getting used to. Now, the loom is Super Luminova BGW9. I think it is executed well. All of these dial details will be visible under a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coatings applied. Now let's talk about overall pros and cons of this piece. I think it is apparent that valerarch really put a lot of effort into this design, into this execution. And I think it seems like a passion for the brand and not just a product. I also like the fact that they were not afraid to start large and they didn't go down the safer, affordable route. Although that might have been tempting, it might have sold more watches, but it would have forced valerarch to settle in aspects of the watch like finishing or bracelet quality or the movement. And then I don't think it would be as compelling. So all luxury brands will start somewhere, and I think this is a good start. Now, conversely, this is a difficult section of the market to break into, and many watch collectors like to stick with established luxury mainstream brands, especially if they don't spend $3,000 on a watch often or ever before. So this is hard to jump into. It kind of reminds me of Monta several years ago when they had the beginnings of their brand.
valerarch is also operating on the pre-order method,
meaning you buy the watch, you order the watch, and then they make it. Production is estimated to take between 8 to 10 months, and certainly those that order will get a nice watch at the end of the production period, but that wait will drive some that are interested away. Again, this is a tough segment of the market to break into, especially if you're not able to offer instant gratification. So that will be an unfortunate reality of a watch brand getting off the ground. It is an expensive process. So the pre-order window is open right now. It will close on January 15th. Shipping will be in September, October of 2024, and I will leave links in the video description below. Now, in closing, I want to share my own opinion. As someone who did do design school, I really admire the effort
that valerarch put into creating this serenity.
They didn't cut corners. They didn't make concessions. They didn't settle in various aspects, and I respect that. I think I would especially be interested if I had Korean family heritage, as Seoul is proudly placed on the dial under valerarch. And this may be a draw to those who do have cultural or heritage-based ties, even though this watch is a Swiss-made product. I've spoken to the brand owner over email, and he told me the brand's design philosophy comes down to two things. One is contemporary elegance, and the other is sartorial finesse. And looking at this watch and considering those terms, I think that he was successful in both regards. So please reach out with any questions. I will respond to you in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more and help me grow in size and YouTube reach, please subscribe. Thank you.